Okay guys, so we got to do something really cool the other day.
This is not clickbait.
We saw Beauty and the Beast a month before everyone else. How cool is that?
And we signed something to say that we weren't allowed to say anything until March 2nd, and guess what the date is? But now we can talk about it, and we're gonna.
Yeah, without giving too much away, we could do, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
But I'm gonna put spoiler in the title, just because you're gonna know some things after watching this video, okay?
So if you don't want to know anything at all, click off this video.
Right now.
But keep it on long enough so we get the view.
Or just put on mute, yeah, so it's you. Firstly, let's start off with giving our rating from 1 to 10, let's say.
I would pick 12.
I would also pick 16.
First of all, something I really want to say is we didn't only just get to see the movie, but we literally got to see all the cast. They came in front of the screen, they gave a little speech. We saw Emma Watson, we saw Luke Evans, who is my husband. We saw the writer, the director, and it was absolutely amazing. It made it really special, and it's something I won't actually forget for a long time.
Yeah, it's one of the, we go to a lot of film premieres and screenings, and this was by far one of my absolute favorites.
It was amazing.
So, I just want to also add that this is not paid or sponsored by Disney or anyone. We're just literally giving a little review with a tiny bit of spoilers, with this Salt Bay of spoilers in there. We don't want to give too many away. We want to, you know, keep some for you guys.
But also at the same time, we've noticed like quite a lot of things coming out about the film anyway. And more people are seeing it because there's special screenings throughout the world. So I think we're allowed to give a little something away.
Something. I would just like to confirm for you, yes, we saw today that there is maybe a gay character in Beauty and the Beast. We can confirm this is correct, maybe even 2.
So, first of all, what I want to say to you guys, everyone out there that criticised Emma Watson being Belle, you're going to eat your words.
You are. You really are.
She did it complete justice, and even with the singing, like, this isn't The Little Mermaid where Ariel had like a really amazing voice. But Belle sings really well, and I actually watched the animation and then kind of compared it to Emma Watson's version. And Emma's really good, literally so good.
She does the whole thing justice, and when they say a live action version, it's because it's real life. So she can't be going around the whole film being oh, the beast has looked me up. Like, she can't be doing that the whole time. It's like as real as you're gonna get. It's real life, so they've got to make it everything a bit more realistic, including the character of Belle herself, which I think she's done a really awesome job. And I kind of think it's good we went in there kind of not fully prepared for her to be so good. I think that made it even better. Yeah. Gaston Luke.
I'm a really big fan of Luke Evans anyway. Not because he's very handsome. Sure. And because I fancy him. Sure. But,
because he's very handsome and you fancy him.
Yeah. But he is amazing playing Gaston as well. I can't actually think of anyone better.
No.
Than him. So he has actually done musical theatre before in the past and can sing like incredibly.
I think he's very underrated. His vocal range is crazy. One thing I like to say about him is that he plays a character of Gaston, I find personally, a little bit differently, but then he finds it in the middle, and at the end it kind of changes again. At the beginning, I actually felt sorry for him.
Me too.
The way he was portraying it, it was like Belle was kind of turning him down just because he wasn't her type. Yeah. And the way he was doing his facial expressions, you were like, oh, poor thing. He wasn't like much of an arsehole, he just looked like he was a bit up himself.
And then something happens in the middle of the movie and you hate him.
He goes like even more evil than the original cartoon. Yes. And you're like, wait, that wasn't in the cartoon. Yeah. This is Disney, can they do that? But it all works out. You end up hating him in the end, so that's all that matters. Much
more than you hated the animation.
Yeah.
Also, with this live adaptation of this movie, they have stayed true to the original. So every single scene that you saw in the animation is in this one as well. Only with extra scenes and extra parts of the songs. So you're literally getting the animation and much more.
Much more. And by much more, I mean the great thing I love the most is they go into a lot of the backstories.
Yeah, that you wouldn't have seen.
No, you wouldn't have seen, and you wouldn't even really thought about. For example, this is a spoiler right here. They go into Belle's mum. They go into the backstory of Belle's mum and where she is, which I think is awesome, which also makes it a little bit darker as well at points.
Another thing as well, so when the evil witch cast the prince to be the beast, She obviously left him with the mirror so you can see whatever you want. But in this one, she also leaves him something else, which wasn't in the Disney movie. So that's another little spoiler right there.
And another little spoiler. The witch doesn't leave the movie after that first scene that you see.
No.
No.
Maybe you shouldn't have said that.
So yeah, I think one of my favorite things about it is how much detail they actually go into. And you get a lot more backstory from even the minor characters. Like, they've done it so well, I think they couldn't have done it better. And I cannot wait to go see it again. Like,
we're gonna go see it.
We're gonna pay for it and go see it.
Yeah. Also, I know we said something about there maybe being a gay character in there. I just want to give you a little clue.
Okay.
So, if you watch some of the little snippets and like study each character, if you kind of look at maybe some of their hand movements, some of their little sort of how they dance and stuff like that, you might be able to see who they're gonna sort of
make the homos.
Make a homosexual, which is amazing because I think it's the first time in a Disney movie where that's happened, which should happen a lot more.
And the script was literally, like I said, it imitated the original version, but they added some really modern parts into it. Some of the lines, there was a line where they were talking about Paris, and the Beast makes a joke about it being too touristy. Like, it's got some modern parts in there that just kind of like, you're like, oh, I see. This is the last spoiler I'm gonna give away. You know how I'm gonna debunk one of the theories that was going on. The very first sneak peek that came out where it was Belle's song at the very beginning, and she goes, have you lost something, monsieur? And he goes, yes, I just don't know what I've forgotten. And people are like, oh, that's like a line from Harry Potter. Debunked. There's a whole storyline, and basically that storyline just there is revolved around the whole movie.
Not around the whole movie.
Well, it kind of makes sense about a lot of the characters.
Yeah, it makes sense in the end.
Yeah, and a lot of the minor characters actually have a meaning, and it's awesome. It's really cool. I think we've given lots away, and if you watch this, it's your own fault. You cannot blame us.
Oh.
I wrote spoilers. Luckily for you, we didn't go into too much detail, and there's still a lot more surprises. So you'll be fine, and you're gonna enjoy it.
The only thing I could maybe criticize, which is a tiny thing.
What is it? I know what it's gonna be.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you think the same?
I think exactly the same.
So it was really weird because a lot of people have said that in the trailers and stuff like that, that the Beast doesn't look real enough and he looks too CGI. However, the strangest thing is when you're up close, like when it's up close to here, he looks really real and really realistic.
You don't think twice.
You don't think twice. However, when the camera's really far away, it kind of looks a little bit too CGI.
Yeah, it's because it's mostly animated.
Yeah, and you'd think it'd be the other way around, but no.
Yeah, but it's not. Close up, it's really nice, but whenever it's really far shots and he's like an animation, he's not a real person, you can tell then it's animated.
But not that that's spoiled or anything like that, because we absolutely love it and I can't wait to see it again.
There is so many things I want to talk about, but I'm going to just like shut my mouth.
I think you said enough.
I have. Let us know what you guys are most excited about, and for people that just wanted to know more, you're welcome. Let us know if you book tickets and when you're going to see it. You're going to see it on the night it comes out. You're going to see it like 2 weeks from then.
Also, let us know if you have already seen it as well and what you actually thought. Okay, guys. Sorry we spoiled the movie for you.
But not really.
Goodbye.
Bye.